NeoHub maintenance. What you'll need to service your hub: smooth-jawed pliers or an axle vise, a blind bearing puller, hammer, punch, bearing press with appropriate drifts, small flat-tipped screwdriver, assembly grease, Freehub grease, T25 Torx, cassette tool, chain whip, and protective gloves. It is easiest to perform this procedure with the rotor and cassette removed. Next, remove the end caps from the hub. Tools may be required the first few times the hub is disassembled. If you are unable to remove the caps by hand, use either smooth-jawed pliers or an axle vise to remove the end caps. The axle may pull out with one of the end caps. Simply remove the cap from the axle and set aside. Next, remove the Freehub body. Remove the co-molded seal from the hub shell. This can be done either by hand or with a small flat-tip screwdriver. Check your bearings for wear. If the bearings feel loose or rough, they will need to be replaced. To remove the bearings, begin by installing your bearing puller. You can use either a slide type or punch type puller. Set aside the axle spacer for later use. Wipe the hub shell clean with a rag and inspect for wear. Apply a thin layer of grease to the hub shell and outer race of the new bearing. Next, using a bearing press, press the bearings into the hub shell one at a time. Bearings should be pressed in hand tight. Over-tightening the press can result in damage to the bearings. Don't forget to reinstall the inner axle spacer before installing the second bearing. Before reinstalling your axle, apply a thin layer of Freehub grease to the ratchet ring and a small amount to each of the pawls. Install the axle into the hub. The axle spacer may shift in the Freehub body. To realign, simply use your small finger as you insert it onto the axle. Install the Freehub spacer onto the axle. Reinstall the Freehub seal into the hub shell. Next, reinstall the Freehub by twisting clockwise while applying pressure to the body. Lastly, reinstall your end caps.